What's your name, man? Alexander Hamilton. Look around, give me all of your life right now. History.
Revolutionary music, groundbreaking storytelling, and a legacy that changed a nation. The award-winning Broadway sensation Hamilton is back in the Bay Area. The story follows the rise of founding father Alexander Hamilton as he fights for honor, love, and legacy. I'm so excited to welcome to the nine Lucas Hinds Babcock. You play the dual roles of John Lawrence, an American Revolutionary soldier, and Philip Hamilton, Alexander Hamilton's son. Congratulations. Thanks for being here. You are the pride of San Francisco, graduated from Sacred Heart Prep, and look at you now.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
How incredible. This is a dream role for you.
It is.
You were working at a coffee shop when you got the call about Hamilton.
Yes.
Take me through that story.
I was in Brooklyn. I had just moved to New York maybe like 4 months before, and I got up, my phone was buzzing, so I stepped outside. I was like, hey, boss, I take this phone call. I think it's my mom.
Right.
It was my agent, and he told me I got the role, and then my life changed in an instant. I had to go back and start making lattes again, but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now here we are.
Is it everything you thought it would be?
Of course.
Okay.
I mean, I remember when the show first came out, I was like 15 or 14 years old.
It's been out for almost 10 years, I can't believe.
We're approaching the 10-year anniversary, and I knew all the words before I even thought of auditioning for the show, and now here I am.
So when did you allow yourself to dream the dream of actually being on that stage?
The first time I saw it.
Look at you.
Yeah,
I like the confidence. You were a theater kid.
I was.
Okay.
Yeah, and I got to go see at the Orpheum. Yep. Where we're performing now, and some of the castmates that I'm actually performing with now were in that production. And as soon as I saw it, I knew that I wanted to do it.
Now I know your mom. You know, I won't give it all away. I mean, I feel like there's nothing to give away. I feel like most people have seen it at least once by now. However, there is a part in Hamilton that is extremely sad, steeped in grief, and you're featured in that moment. For your mother to be in the audience when you are the centerpiece of such a tragic moment in the story, what's that like for you? What's that like for her?
Yeah, I mean, it means a lot, and whenever a family member is in the audience, the show is automatically elevated for me personally, just because they're seeing me, you know, live out my dream, and especially that moment specifically, she's on my mind, and seeing her after the show, she's always talks about that moment for her.
When I saw it, I felt like I was the only one who wasn't singing along. Can you hear the people who are singing along?
Sometimes. Okay. Sometimes.
Should we be singing along, or should we let the pros? Really?
Yeah, you have fun.
Oh, wow, you're so generous. Because I was like, I feel it's like part musical, but it's part rock concert.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is. And, you know, as long as you're not getting up and dancing around the audience, it's fine. You know, we're all here to have a good time.
So what do you do when you're back at home in San Francisco?
Right now I'm hanging out with my dad a lot. If I ever want a home-cooked meal, I'll just pop over, and he's like...
Did you have Thanksgiving together?
I did. Yeah.
What a gift, because you've been on the road. You started, you're about, what, halfway through your contract? Yeah. It's just 1 year? That's a lot of hustle.
It's a long time.
Are you already looking ahead to what's after Hamilton?
Always, you know, but right now I'm gonna enjoy the ride, and as long as they'll have me, I'll be here.
Right. Have you been back to Sacred Heart Prep?
I'm planning on going sometime next week or the week after that to do a little visit.
Oh, how nice. I mean, when you were, you know, 13, 14, 15, it sounds like you knew that you were already, you know, bound for the Broadway stage. What do you want to go back and say to the kids who are now in the seats you used to occupy?
Give it a shot. Yeah. You know, you never know until you try, and if it's something you're really passionate about, lean on your peers who have been there before for their experience, and let them guide you. And
it's hard because I think a lot of, and I say this as a mom of 2 teenagers, a lot of parents, I now get why they say, let's have a fallback, right? You know, in case this whole Broadway actor business doesn't work. Did your parents encourage you to have a fallback, or were they like, no, 100% you're going to be on stage?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't really sure I was going to pursue this in college until maybe sophomore.
Wow, that's kind of late.
High school. Yeah, it was a little late to the game.
Okay.
And my mom, of course, was like, you know, what's your fallback plan?
Right.
I minored in sociology in college as my fallback, and also something I was super interested in.
Okay.
But you know, once I was like, this is what I'm gonna do, I went full thrust into it.
So let's lean on your sociology degree. What have you learned about people through your role in Hamilton?
Oh gosh, well, I mean, performing in general is just like it's the study of people, and especially, you know, with the historical figures that we portray. Sociology has helped me a lot. You know, it's about the study of the human psychology and social standings and economic status, and that's kind of what the show is about.
So relevant today, right? Things that you feel like you might never have, things that maybe people have but take for granted. I'm stunned at how personal a message Hamilton has. Even though I didn't live in that time, I was never involved in any duels. It's really incredible how you and your team are able to portray something very real and now that happened so long ago.
Absolutely. You know, history repeats itself. It's very relevant today.
Where are you headed after San Francisco with this
We're
show?
headed to Sacramento.
Okay, got it. We can be home in an hour and a half to have your dad's home cooking. It's such a pleasure to meet you. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
You're living that dream.
I am.
Awesome, awesome. All right, Lucas, congratulations. If you'd like to see him in Hamilton, please do so. It is running now through Sunday, January 5th at the Orpheum Theatre, where he first saw it in San Francisco. Tickets available. Head out to BroadwaySF.com for all the info you could need. Coming up.